Eritreans have fled the country over the past 3 decades. Many are refugees in neighbouring countries, whilst others have tried to cross into Europe. Let's speak now to Amanuel Biedemariam. He's an Eritrean writer and commentator and joins us from Washington, D.C. Thanks very much for being with us. Why are we seeing these clashes in Germany this time, but it's been in other countries over the last few months? Why are they all breaking out?
Well, first of all, the narrative is skewed. These are not Eritreans. These are people from Tigray that came as Eritreans. They are waving the Eritrean flag from 1952 during the Federation. They are intent on defiling the image of Eritreans. Eritreans have been conducting these festivals for decades, since the 1970s. This is how Eritreans came together in order to come together with each other, to network, to be educated about their countries and their cultures. These are festivals that are held legally. We conduct these festivals by getting permits from the states, from the institutions that we get the permits for. These are not done for political reasons. They're done for cultural, for coming together. This is what has been going on.
Okay.
The people that are
I want to just put up one thing that you said there at the beginning, that you're saying these people who are causing the violence and not Eritreans, that they are from Tigray. How do you know that? What's the proof?
Well, we know them. We know our enemies. That these people have been attacking us, dressed with the Tigray flag, the red and yellow flag. Now they dropped it in order to defile, defame Eritrea, to destroy Eritrea's image. This are very funded very.
Okay. Sorry to keep interrupting you. I just want to really get to this point, that why you are so sure that they are from Tigray and they are not Eritreans who simply don't support the Afwerki government anymore.
The people of Eritrea are educated. They're very conscious. They're law-abiding. They don't resort to violence. Eritreans have been doing this naturally for decades. We don't have this kind of culture in Eritrea. Eritrea is one of the most peaceful places. In Eritrea, if you go, you can drop anything. Nobody's going to steal anything. Eritreans are extremely humble, very loving, very law-abiding citizens that do not resort. We don't need to hold a cultural event and attack cultural events. That's just not in the nature of the Eritrean people. Eritreans are extremely educated, conscious, and they are law-abiding. So this is not correct.
But the many people who are leaving, 1 million of them who have fled Eritrea recently, are fleeing a regime, an oppressive regime that Human Rights Watch says subjects its people to widespread repression, forced labor and conscription, restrictions on freedom of expression, opinion and faith, and collectively punishes relatives of alleged draft evaders and deserters. These are traumatic people who don't want to be reminded of the regime they've fled from.
President Obama, during the Clinton Foundation's meeting in New York, during the UN Assembly meetings, came out, openly declared that we're ready to assist any Eritrean that leaves. They were giving blank asylum to Eritreans that leave the country. And as a result, a lot of the Ethiopians that speak the same language came to the United States and to the West as Eritreans. That is a reality. The United States and the West were openly propagating, pushing Eritreans to get out in order to vacate the Eritrean youth. So Eritrea does not have anybody to defend the country. Eritrea was on a war footing deliberately to stop Eritrea from progressing, from developing. Sanctions were imposed upon Eritrea.
I mean, so they're quite big claims that you're making here. I'm wondering how you're vocalizing these concerns to the government in the US and to other Western nations.
The Western nations are intent on regime change in Eritrea. This is part of their campaign. These people that are conducting these activities are funded by the West. These people are being encouraged by Westerners to go to the Eritrean embassy and burn it down.
Let's just get back to this cultural festival that we can then finish on. Why does the Eritrean government have to host it? Why can't it be organized by the diaspora themselves, by the communities themselves, and therefore avoid having these confrontations?
That is a mistaken assertion. That's wrong. This is the Eritrean communities getting the licenses and conducting them by themselves. The Eritrean government does not have the capacity, the ability to be able to do this. This is people-driven. These are families, kids that have been here for generations, that are coming and been doing this for a long time. This is people-driven. People do everything to be a part of their community, part of their nation. It's been going on for a long time. It happens during independence. It happens for the festivals. It happens at the beginning of the Independence for Struggle celebrations and Women's Day. These are Eritrean gatherings that happen all the time. Okay. These are peaceful.
Okay, Amanuel, Biedemariam, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us there from Washington, D.C.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.